Again, my name is Christopher Pareja, and I'd like to thank the previous speaker for some of the acknowledgments she made of process that we think will make the input from the public better heard. And I also would like to thank Julie and Jim for mirroring that sentiment. We are very concerned as citizens that the meetings be held in the evening in all 9 Bay Area counties so that it's more accessible for people who are working and want to provide input. We would like to see, for people who are not able to make the meetings in person, the ability for televised coverage, and then, if possible, local radio news outlets as well, covering the hearings or the approval sessions. We do have some concerns in the last visioning sessions that were held, that there were stakeholders in the room that were voting as if they were concerned citizens, and we think that they should be identified in the future and not be allowed to vote on multiple occasions in the rooms where the visioning took place. Additionally, we would like to be able to see more input, not just from the speakers or the presenters and the proponents of the bill. We'd like to be able to see some opposing feedback in a more structured format, such as a panel discussing issues such as places where smart growth concepts have not worked effectively in the past, or the safety issues involved in high-density mass transit-oriented areas, so that people have the ability to make an informed decision. And we also would like to have a better understanding, or have the citizens have a better understanding of the ethics ramifications of limiting funds to people who don't participate in ABAG, or who, for cities or counties who don't necessarily favor the plan, and if they don't comply, if those funds can be lost, we want the citizens to know that that's one of the tactics being used to generate compliance. We were concerned on the letter on the 7th that was issued that said public comment would be limited to 2 hours per county. We don't know that that's necessarily enough. If it is, great. If not, an arbitrarily chosen time limit really does limit the ability for meaningful input from the public, and we think that that's not necessarily a good idea. We're also concerned about the surveys that are being conducted by phone. We want to make sure that the questions that are being answered are framed in a way that it's genuine about what the ramifications of the plan will be, and give some specific detail for people to make an informed decision. There are some concerns we have that there's continual outreach to community-based organizations based on race and economic status, and we think that that's a discriminatory practice. We think that there should be a broader base of input allowed. It sounds like I'm out of time. Thank you.
Thank you, Christopher.